Very calming. I like it. I'm chill. Is this a chill movie? Or is this lulling me into a false sense of security? Ben Affleck as well. I tell you what, man. He can't stay away from Matt Damon, can he? Stellan? Hey, this is a good cast, man. Mini Drone. Hello. What a cast. Not even mentioning, by the way, Robin Williams. Like, oh my, I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. There he is, the old whippersnapper. Oh, he's so young, man. I tell you what, it's Batman and Robin, isn't it? Is it written by them? Okay, interesting.
Thank you, Stephen.
Oh, I thought he was just going to lob it at one of the students. That is a tactic.
I also put an advanced Fourier system on the main hallway chalkboard.
God, he looks young as well. I'm so sorry. It's like I don't know how time works.
And I'm hoping that one of you might prove it by the end of the semester.
Is that going to be Matt? Oh, he's a janitor. All right. Oh, okay, he's absolutely solving that. You know he is. Go on, mate. Have a look. What'd you see? What'd you see, mate? He's got it. He's only gone and done it. You know he has. Oh, that's Casey. Oh, man. Sorry, yeah, this whole commentary is just me just remarking at all the actors in it. That's it.
You don't know.
Who is this guy? Like, at the same table. He does not look okay, man. Just ask him how he is. Okay, is he a little bit of a beautiful mind? Got it? Yeah, interesting questions already as well, you know, because I'm caught. I'm kind of sat thinking, why is this young kid a janitor? I'm sorry, not that you can't be a young person as a janitor, you absolutely can. Why is he there? Why is this character there? This young man who I think, you know, we're getting even now little teasers as to him being quite intelligent. You know, a clever person. So it's like, okay, why are you a janitor? What led you here? But it's interesting, isn't it? Because it's like, it asks those questions really early on in the first, what was it? Yeah, 7 minutes. And now we've got the whole film to delve into that. Really good. Establishing stuff really quick so you can get into that and unpack it. Hello and welcome to another video. We are doing, obviously, Good Will Hunting today. Never seen this film before in my life. It's my first time watching. Genuinely no idea what it's about. I love when that happens. I love when there's a cult classic or you know, something that I feel like everyone's seen and I just don't know anything about it. So we're going to be finding out today. I hope you do enjoy it. Welcome. Thank you for being here. My name is Tyler Alexander and without further ado, let's watch the film.
I'm in your applied theories class.
It's Saturday. Unless you want to have a drink with me tonight.
Dude, she's a student.
Couldn't wait until Monday to find out.
Oh, who figured out the thing? Right. Hello.
Why don't you just give me my sandwich? Just put your sandwich on layaway.
My goodness, please just give him the sandwich. Oh my God.
Can I know my food now, please? Here's your double burger.
Thank you.
Hey, hold up, Jack.
What do we got?
I don't know yet.
Oh wow, yeah, he clocked that from quite far back, again establishing a lot about his character.
We just seen the guy 15 minutes ago at the park. If he was gonna fight him, we should fight him then.
Yeah, I know, but now he's bothering somebody, dude. And again, it's nice. Right at the beginning, you know, establishing who he is a good person. He sees that happening. He's like, whoa, hang on, guys, let's just watch this. Let's just see if everything's fine. You know, nice.
Come on, it's me, Will. Remember we went to kindergarten together.
Establishes where his morals are and actually just puts him firmly in the place of, right, this is your protagonist. He's a good person. Get behind him. And I am. Is Stellan going to get him out of jail?
And there is a problem on the board right now that took us more than 2 years to prove.
Oh, is he going to do that one too? Of course he is. Yeah, straight away. Okay, we're not wasting time.
Can't graffiti here.
Hey, you.
Dude, look at the board. Look at the board. What? He can turn invisible. Yeah, he solved it in what, 5 minutes? What you took to 2 years to solve?
Why did you get fired, Will? Come on.
Man, he got fired? Or did he leave? Maybe he left. Hey, Minnie. All right. Dude, you've been weird.
So do you ladies,
Come here often?
you know, from time to time.
Oh, is she clever? Are they from Harvard? And then Matt's going to fly in and he's going to be like, hi, math stuff. Okay, not say math stuff. Do you know what I mean? He's going to come in with a whiteboard and be like, look what I did. That's not true either. Okay, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. But do you know what I mean? He's going to woo him because he's clever. He's clever.
Might not remember me, you know.
Who's this? Who's hairdo?
Genius. I am very smart.
Hey! Just history? It must have been a survey course then, huh?
Just history. Dude, why you gotta come in being so condescending, huh? Straight from the off. No, thank you.
Class, you know.
Matt, come in. Get his back.
elementary.
School him. School him.
Clark, why don't you go away?
Nice.
You might give me some insight into the evolution of the market economy and
Oh, you sound so boring, sir.
economic modalities, especially In the southern colony?
Boring.
Of course that's your
Hang on a
contention.
second.
You're a first
Yeah,
year grad.
there we
Finished
go.
reading some Marxian historian, Pete Garris. That's gonna last until next year. You're gonna be in here regurgitating gore.
Yeah, buddy, don't take a breath. Don't you breathe, boy.
Would drastically underestimate
Would
social
drastically predicated upon wealth, especially inherited wealth.
Banking, boy.
Were you gonna plagiarize the whole thing for us? Do you have any thoughts of your own on this matter?
Yeah,
Is that your thing? You come into a bar, you read some obscure passage, and then pretend you...
of course he does.
One, don't do that.
Nice.
And two, you dropped 150 grand on a education you could have got for $1.50 in late charges at the public library.
Yeah, legit. Not being funny if he's read that same book. It's clearly public domain, right? Anyone can read it and you're spending... It's so insane because, sorry, I had that at university too. You spend like hundreds of pounds on like, you know, your textbooks and stuff. And it's like anyone can buy them. My course particularly had barely any contact time. So like I was paying $9,000 a semester or year, whatever it was, like a crazy amount of money for like barely any contact time. I then had to pay for my books as well. And it's like, dude, you can kind of do it all online now. like a little bit, or you could just read the book and you know, apply yourself in your own thinking.
Yeah, but I will have a degree.
That is true though, to be fair, and unfortunately our society does value that very highly.
And you'll be serving my kids fries at a drive-thru on our way to a...
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, but at least I won't be unoriginal. And we could just step outside, we could figure it out.
Oh, this kid ain't a fighter.
How you like me now?
All right, Ben, simmer down, mate.
You're an idiot. I've been sitting over there for 45 minutes waiting for you to come and talk to me.
Oh, nice.
And I have to go home.
He is an idiot.
I'm Will.
Skylar.
Whoa,
Well, I've got to go.
get a number. She clearly just said, man.
There's my number.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice. Confidence. I like it from her. Amazing.
Do you like apples?
Yeah.
Well, I got a number. How do you like them apples?
Oh my God.
This is Professor Lambeau.
This is Professor Hayes. P.O. Parole officer.
Ah, Will Hunting. Good Will Hunting. Okay.
Whereby a defendant can claim self-defense against an agent of the government.
Is he representing himself?
Excuse me. Excuse
Gonna
me.
make a mockery of the courtroom.
I am afforded the right to speak in my own defense, sir.
Nice.
And don't tell me about the
Guarantees my
Constitution of the
liberty.
United States.
Well, he shouldn't have to, and just pipe down, mate. Sit down.
I mean, I cannot take a long breath.
Oh, he's impressed.
Son, my turn. June 93, assault.
Damn, dude. Man's got some anger issues.
Mayhem, theft, resist.
Jeez.
$50,000 bail.
Ooh. Amazing. Stellan, get him out. Hey, to be fair though, I predicted that Stellan would get him out of jail. Admittedly, wrong jail, fair enough, but still.
I've spoken to the judge, and he's agreed to release you under my supervision.
Okay, we balling.
But under two conditions.
Tell me.
The condition is that you meet with me every week.
Okay. It's nice because we saw in the court, the judge read out the thing and that he's been through homes and, you know, endured physical abuse, right? And it's interesting. It's something that I actually talk about a lot with like Breaking Bad, El Camino. Sorry, I cover that on my channel too. And they cover that too, and how lack of nurturing in society does lead people down this path. And, you know, all that someone might have needed, you know, when they were younger was just good nurturing, you know, someone to care for them. And it just shows this film so far is showing how that can drastically affect someone's life and someone's path. Not everyone gets it, but everybody deserves care and nurturing. It goes to show this kid here, this clever kid, and I think it's proven as well, it's not all ingrained, right? It's not all just natural cleverness. He's gone out of his way to read books and, you know, research and learn himself, because he was talking with the guy in the bar, and the fact that he could read it off to this guy, you know, page numbers and all, shows you that he's done that. He's not only clever, he's interested. And look at the path that he's on, and that he can't control his anger or these urges to you know, to get into fights or whatever else. And I do think a lot of people put this kind of stuff on the person. They're like, oh, he's an adult, he's making his own decisions. And it's like, yeah, but if you don't get the nurturing when you're a kid, you don't stand a chance when you're an adult, because you haven't learned, or you haven't been in an environment to actually deal with that in a healthy way and to become a person that you need to be to not do that when you are an adult. Our childhoods influences in a really, really big way. And I don't think it's enough to be like, he's an adult, he made his own decisions, because it's like, yeah, but when he wasn't an adult, he couldn't make his own decisions, and the people that were making the decisions for him actively harmed him and made sure that he couldn't get to a place where he could make the decisions a good adult would make, right? So it's nice, good. I love that Stellan's come in and he's giving him the nurturing, hopefully. I mean, we've seen very little that he needs.
And the second condition is that you see a therapist.
Nice, good. Don't laugh. No, it's good. This is good. More people need to see therapists. All right, get to work. Where does Robin come into this? Not being funny. Oh, they're getting on. Oh, arm around the shoulder, leaning for a kiss. No, that'd be inappropriate. You're his teacher. You're his teacher. Help yourself.
I read your book and
Amazing. Dude, no.
problems that Chad, the stockbroker, was having.
Absolutely right. Right on the button. Good for you, Will.
Hey, good, supportive, like it.
No more tomfoolery. No more ballyhoo.
Ballyhoo? Who's she?
You're not going to get off that easily. Come on, Will. Bit more.
Nice. I like how this guy presses.
The music like owns you. It's like that house music. It's like
All of this is made up.
boom, you know, you start there. Do you find it hard to hide the fact that you're gay?
Oh, don't make it about this, man.
You were ready to give me a jump.
A jump.
I don't care if you putt from the rough.
My goodness. Oh, come on, dude. Don't psychoanalyze him.
It's very erotic.
Dude. Seriously? You just randomly talking about eroticism with people? Like, okay, fine.
I can't do this pro bono work anymore. That raving loony in there. An absolute lunatic he is.
Yeah, he needs to get this therapy stuff down because he needs it.
What do you see?
We're gonna have a montage of therapists.
Something's in my room.
Of course he's making it up. He's making it up. Making it up.
It's a figure. It's hovering over me.
Is it gonna be him?
It's touching.
No.
Where is it touching you? It's touching me down there.
Don't. Okay.
Sky.
Oh, is Robin a therapist, do you think?
Well, there is someone.
Robin?
My roommate in college.
Oh, hello. Okay. He's a little bit
Trust.
kooky. Yes! Yes, it is! Amazing. I'm cool. I'm calm.
The most important thing in making a breakthrough.
Is that going to come down to... Is that going to be what it's going to come down to? Trust. They're going to get trust.
Trust is life.
It's very deep.
Oh, I love seeing Robin do more serious roles. It feels weird, but it's also... He's good at it, so it's fine. You know what I mean?
We are in the presence of greatness. Fields Medal winner for combinatorial mathematics. They only give it out once every 4 years.
Like the Olympics. Did he do some shot put?
We're talking about Freud, why he did enough cocaine to kill a small horse. Thank you.
Just that line delivered in the way that it was. That's not a funny... I mean, it's kind of a funny line, to be fair, but like... And he's not trying to be funny. And I don't know whether it's because it's Robin Williams. I don't think it is, though. I think he just delivered that line really well. You know, he's got a... he's a really good, subtle comic actor, too.
Why didn't you come to the reunion?
I've been busy.
You were missed.
Oh, yeah. What traumas Robin got?
Before Nancy died.
Oh, that'll be it. Okay.
I was in Paris. It was that damn conference. I got your card.
It was nice.
Oh.
I've got a full schedule. What makes him so incredible, Jerry?
Again, the little interaction they've had tells you a lot about them, right? You know, Robin's character goes, the last time we saw each other was before Nancy died, right? It's like, who's Nancy? But then you get maybe why his characterization perhaps is the way it is. And then also that tells you a lot about where these guys are in their relationship as well, because it's like, right, Stellan, and look, very busy guy, fair enough, but like to a certain extent, I think he's prioritizing his work and his career over his friends. But then you've got the thing of Stellan is actually only seeing this guy because he wants something, which isn't very good. It's not great, you know what I mean? I mean, this guy, Robin's a therapist, right? So he'll clock that straight away, but I think he's probably very kind as well. I get that impression too. I know, it's just a very small conversation and it's not even finished yet, but you get a lot from it. Really good writing, fair play to him.
Manager, the man, and he lived in this tiny hut somewhere in India. He had no formal education.
What did he work out?
But he came across this old math book.
Oh, yeah?
This simple text, he was able to extrapolate theories that had baffled mathematicians for years.
That's insane. Is that real? That must be real.
He mailed it to Hardy.
Yeah.
Hardy in Cambridge.
Yeah.
This Ramanujan, his genius was unparalleled. This boy is just like that. He's a bit defensive.
A bit. Yeah.
Well, because you have the same kind of background.
What background?
Okay.
He's from Southie. Boy genius from Southie.
It does make you think, doesn't it, right? Like, how many people who have the potential for brilliance, you know, this Ramanujan that Stellan's talking about? It's an example of, yeah, how many people have gone, I guess, under the radar, or the potential for that brilliance has been not squandered, but at least gone unnoticed. Because, you know, there's billions of us. There's been billions of us from the dawn of time, from the dawn of humanity, right? How many people have been applying their own cleverness in their own ways to maybe even just the people that are around them, you know, as small as a community. It's just interesting to think about. Sorry, no reason to say it, but it's just an interesting concept. And I guess I'm assuming the Ramanujan story is real. It's super interesting.
How many shrinks you go to before me?
5.
Yeah, why didn't you go to Robin first? Curious. Again, and that question tells you a little bit about them, but also supplies that intrigue for me, the audience. I'm like, yeah, why? What is there? Is there more to this background between Stellan and Robin's character? Yeah, it's just a really nice inclusion and a really nicely introduced character in the way that they introduce him. Gives you a lot, holds things back to go forward with.
I'm pumped. Let's let the healing begin.
How are you?
God, Robin's so good, isn't he?
I like what you've done with the place.
Deflecting.
Do you buy all these Books, retail.
Do you like books?
Yeah.
Nice. Deflects right back.
What about the ones on the top shelf? You read those?
Yeah, I read those. Not here for a f***ing book report. They're your books. Why don't you read them?
I did. I had to.
Dialogue's really snappy, I like it. Really good dialogue as well, really natural, the back and forth. Like I say, Will deflected immediately. It didn't throw Robin, you know, again, shows how professional he is, how good he is. The film's actually going to pains to show, like, okay, in these subtle ways, how he is professional, how he is good at his job. He doesn't immediately dismiss Will's deflection. He kind of goes with it and it's like, yeah, we've got some time. Just really nice dialogue. Does a lot. Did he serve?
Spend all your money on these fancy books. You surround yourselves with them. They're the wrong books.
What are the right books?
Hey, he's not wrong though. Honestly, the educational system here, at least in this country, feels so backwards to me. You're not taught the right things. There's so much, and so sorry, just in that little line, I feel like there's so much humanity, right? There's so much to relate to. I don't think I'm the only one with this kind of opinion. I think a lot of people will relate to that. Yeah, and it raises the question, what do these books actually teach you? And what books are we not reading? Because I do think there's so much in our educational systems that is omitted, and we learn it later. I'm speaking for myself, but I certainly learned a lot of stuff outside of school. I mean, that's how it goes, right? That's adulthood. I get it, but also stuff that I'm like, why wasn't I taught this at school?
You know you'd be better off shoving that cigarette up your ass. That would be healthier for you.
Yeah, I know. It really gets in the way of my yoga.
I love how he's meeting him. Do you know what I mean? Like Robin's character's subtly meeting him because he's using the same language, he's dropping some F-bombs the exact same way. I don't think any of the other therapists would have done that. They would have remained calm, stoic, you know, professional. I'm not saying this isn't professional, I think it is. I think he's doing his job. But yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting how he meets that language, which I think, you know, mirrors, which I think, you know, he's trying to build that trust, which is exactly what his character was introduced with talking about, right? The most important thing between patient and therapist, trust. And even just with that subtle language tell, he's trying to establish that straight away. He's also engaging with the questions that that Will's asking, you know, and it's like, yeah, what are the right books then?
Hey, whatever blows your hair back.
I haven't got much hair left.
That there, and then he replies like that. It's another deflection. It's not really answering the question, but it's just Will being Will, doing what he does. But then again, Robin doesn't let it faze him. He just goes with it, which I feel like is probably the difference between him and the other therapists, in that Robin is actually bending, right? He's bending and coming back, as opposed to the other therapists that just blocked off, right? They became a wall and they were like, right, you just hit my wall. I'm out. I'm done.
You know you'd be better off shoving that cigarette up your ass. That would be healthier for you.
There you go. And then he kind of goes on the aggressive, right? Robin goes on the aggressive tack as well. And he's like, okay, I'll play that game. I will take your attitude and I'll come right back at you. And I think subtly, again, he's building that trust because he's becoming like one of Will's friends almost. Do you know what I mean? That's how one of Will's friends might talk to him.
What, you lift?
Yeah. No, free weights.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Free weights, huh? What do you bench?
285. What do you bench?
Hey.
Paint that?
Ooh, no answer, huh? Ooh, little bit of bullshit from Will that didn't quite pay off. You know, I think he's met a fellow bullshit in Robin. I don't know if Robin was telling the truth there. It doesn't really matter. I think it'd be interesting if he wasn't. I'd be willing to bet that perhaps he wasn't, but he's quick, right? And you could see, again, subtly, with the acting, good acting, well done, Matt, that he was knocked off his kilter a little bit there, which again, Robin doing his job, getting in there, you know, worming his way in, getting through those cracks, creating those cracks to get into.
You like art? You like music?
It's a real piece of shit.
Oh, well, tell me what you really think.
Yeah, and there you go. I think because he was knocked off his kilter a little bit, Will went over and immediately insults something. He's trying to get that dominance back in the conversation, I think. I think for like that 1 second, he didn't have the dominance of the conversation, which I think is so important for him. You see that in the bar with Minnie's character, when he does that and he comes in and he asserts his intellectual dominance with the douchebag, right? And I think you do kind of continually see him do that through the movie a little bit. You saw it in the courtroom as well, where he's, you know, he's wielding his intelligence. And why not? I'm not blaming him for that, absolutely not. But I do think it's a character trait of his to assert that intellectual dominance in a conversation or in a situation. And I think he was knocked off there, and now he's like, right, I don't think he necessarily even thinks the painting is shit. Maybe he does, but at the same time, I think it's just, again, trying to get the dominance back in this conversation, because I think he's met his match a little bit here.
You like art? You like music?
It's a real piece of shit.
Yeah, also the questions, it's a deflection again, because Robin's trying to actually get to know him a little bit. It's like, do you like this? Do you like this? Do you like this? And Will is like, no, stop, wall. He puts up a wall and he immediately just goes, what about this? And attacks.
Oh, it's art, 1A. It wasn't very good.
That's not really what concerns me, though.
What concerns you?
I think you're about 1 step away from cutting your ear off.
Think I should move to the south of France, change my name to Vincent?
Maybe you're in the middle of a storm, a big storm. Yeah. The sky's...
Yeah, attacking.
Bingo. That's it. Let me do my job now. You start with me. Come on.
Nice. Didn't phase him though. I mean, I think it did. I think everything that Will just said absolutely phased him. And that's interesting. And right, you're like, because again, Will's just on the attack, on the attack, on the attack. And that's the point, right? That's why he needs to go see someone and why he needs therapy, because he's not willing to be vulnerable, which is what he needs to be to deal with any trauma, this trauma that I think he has from his, you know, his childhood and his background and where he's been in life, right? And so rather than actually stop and open up and let someone in, he's attacking them in the hope that he can push them away.
Maybe you married the wrong woman.
Maybe you should watch your mouth.
Ooh, yeah, hit gold. Ah, and Will knows it. Look at that look.
Watch it right there, Chief, all right?
Are they going to get in a fight?
Well, that's it, isn't it?
Yeah,
The wrong woman.
exactly. He found the sore point and now he's going to push.
Was she, you know, banging some other guy?
He is going to fight him.
Disrespect my wife again, I will end you.
Amazing.
Got the Chief?
He needs this a little bit.
Time's up.
Same time next week. Interesting. Oh man, these characters are so interesting.
Stand if you don't want to meet with him again.
No, he's got to.
Thursday, 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
Make sure the kid's here.
Nice, I can't wait. Yeah, Robin's so good at the dramatic roles. Look at this, man. Oh, and the symbolism of his, on his own out to sea, being lashed by the, you know, metaphorical ocean on his own without his wife, right? It's very symbolic of that too. It's interesting that I mentioned Breaking Bad because there's a very similar painting in that actually. It has similar symbology. Yeah, this man's not okay. I wonder whether he'll go through some healing as a result of this film too. Maybe become Will's friend and Will gets him out of it a little bit because, I mean, Stellan's not been that for him. We saw that in their first interaction in this film too.
Just beautiful.
Man, I'm not being funny. This film's actually really, really good. The actual nuance in it, there's more nuance than I thought there'd be.
And I bet your parents were happy to pay.
I was happy to pay. I inherited the money.
You want to see my magic trick, Scarlett?
Were they a fan? Sorry, was Vince a fan of this film? I feel like Vince has seen this film. Sorry, I've just clocked everything together. Like all of the little subtle hints towards Breaking Bad, Skylar, the painting, the themes. I feel like Vince saw this and took a lot from it actually.
1, 2.
Well, I think we should just get out of the way now.
Oh no, not with the icky burger mouth. To be fair, every kiss after that is going to be like a step up. Do you know what I mean?
I think I got some of your pickle.
Beautiful. Oh, hello. Here we go. Here we go again. Oh, man, I'm well into this film. Hello. By the way, if you are a new person watching this channel, I'm so sorry. A quick disclaimer. I do stop and start. This is a horrible way to watch the film for the first time. Don't do it. This is my first time. But I do stop and start. I do talk. I do analyze as well. I know some people don't like that. I know you're tempted to comment that too. And just, hey, don't do it. No, don't do it. And if you did comment it, I'm going to assume you didn't get to this part of the video, which means you haven't earned it yet. You haven't got through it. Get through it first. Do you know what I mean? Like, come on, behave yourself. However, if you are watching it and you are enjoying this, please do, hey man, just drop me a subscribe. Who knows? I don't know. You might get some more content like this thrown your way. Huh?
Come with me.
Oh, where we going? Boxing ring?
Michelangelo. Know a lot about him. I bet you can't tell me what it smells like in the Sistine Chapel.
I've been there. I can't tell you either, mate.
You've never actually stood there and looked up at that beautiful ceiling.
It is beautiful though, that's fair. Go, if you can.
If I ask you about women,
I love that the camera's just staying on him too. He's letting him act. I love when media does that. You know, it's actually showing me his performance, which is, you know, really, really good as well.
you've never held your best friend's head in your lap, watch him gasp his last breath, looking to you for help.
Damn, this is heavy for a second meeting, dude. Will needs it though.
In a hospital room for 2 months, holding her hand, because the doctors could see in your eyes that the terms visiting hours don't apply to you.
Oh, man.
You don't know about real loss. That only occurs when you love something more than you love yourself.
I love how that was shot. Like I say, it was, you know, immediately and very resolutely on his face, didn't move. And then it slowly went over and you saw some of Matt's reaction. Or not his reaction, but like just he's quiet for the first time, which is a big thing for Will, right? It shows you that it's getting to him. It's actually going in a little bit. And I think maybe he'll deflect it a little bit, you know, with whatever he says first. But it does. It subtly then brings him into the picture. And then now we pan to him. Just the subtle shifting in focus was really nice.
I don't see an intelligent, confident man.
Ooh.
But you're a genius, Will. No one denies that. No one could possibly understand the depths of you.
He's mirroring again. Sorry, Robin's mirroring again, right? Now he's leading the way in this conversation. He's opening himself up, right? Which again, a lot of the other therapists, all of the other therapists would not have done. But that's exactly what Robin wants. Sorry, I don't know. I don't actually know his character name. I'm so sorry. But that's what Robin wants Will to do. And so he's leading the way. It's like, look, I'm opening up to eventually get Will to open up, right?
Unless you want to talk about you, then I'm fascinated. But you don't want to do that, do you, Sport?
Yeah.
You're terrified of what you might say.
Yeah, where he might have to go.
You move, Chief.
Yeah, and again, it goes back to this trust and trying to build that trust, and he's trying to do that by being like, yeah, I'm being vulnerable with you. You know more about me now than I know about you. Now, hey, what do you say? Can I get to know you?
Hello? Professor Valenti, you calling me again?
Oh God, you really do have to just experience that, don't you, as a woman in education. What is on your pants, Will? You know what, never mind. Just gonna wait, huh? Fair enough.
And I can't talk first.
But I can do the sum.
It's simpler this way.
Sometimes people get lucky.
Aww.
You're a brilliant man.
Stroke his ego, yeah, just make sure he's okay. Oh, is his little ego get hurt? Oh, he's close. Come on, say it.
You know, I was on this plane
Hello,
once.
all right.
Captain gets on, he puts the mic down, he forgets to turn it off.
Amazing.
The co-pilot, he's like, all I could use right now is a blowjob and a cup of coffee. This goes bombing up from the back of the plane. This guy in the back of the plane's like, hey, hon, don't forget the coffee.
Amazing.
You ever been on a plane?
No, but it's a joke. It works better if I tell it in the first person. I have been late, you know.
Did that bother you?
I went on a date last week. I haven't called her.
Christ, you're an amateur.
No, he's just scared of calling her back and actually letting someone in. That's the big thing for him, right? He can't let people in.
Call her up, Romeo.
Why? So I can realize she's not that smart, that she's boring?
Oh, and that is that why? Okay.
My wife used to fart when she was nervous. She had all sorts of wonderful little using.
She used to fart in her sleep. One night it was so loud it woke the dog up.
She woke up and got like, oh, was that you? I said, yeah, I didn't have the heart to tell her. Oh, God. People call these things imperfections, but they're not. Oh, that's the good stuff.
Damn right, man.
And then we get to choose who we let into our weird little worlds.
There it is, let in. That's the big key here.
You're not perfect, sport. This girl you met, she isn't perfect either.
Exactly. All flawed, all human.
That's what intimacy is all about.
Yeah.
I talk more than any shrink I ever seen in my life.
I teach this shit. I didn't say I know how to do it.
You ever think about getting remarried?
My wife's dead.
Hence the word remarried.
She's dead.
I mean, that way you could actually go through the rest of your life without ever really knowing anybody.
Reverse. There you go. Yeah, I wonder how much Will is going to help Robin through his own stuff, because he's got his own trauma too. Oh, good.
You know, give me another crack at it, you know, let me take you out again.
Nice.
Maybe some other time.
Like tomorrow?
Oh, eager. Hello. Yeah, she's into it. We like it. Has he solved her problem for her? I don't know that she'd appreciate that, dude.
I couldn't wait till tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Did you get this?
I had to sleep with someone in your class.
So did you grow up around here then?
Not far south Boston.
To be fair, right, sorry, as a basic English person, I can't say, oh, the accent's good, because do you know what I mean? I'm not from that place. I always feel like it's better just to ask someone from that place. So you'll have to let me know. Let me know, is the accent any good? All I can say about it is that they're consistent, I feel. Do you know what I mean? Like Matt, Ben, Robin's got it too, which is good because he's supposed to be from the same place, but it's consistent, which is good in itself. I think, you know, you watch so many things nowadays and people doing accents and it's just not consistent all the way through. Really annoying.
You got lots of brothers and sisters?
Do I have a lot of brothers and sisters?
Oh, she's digging. She's digging. She wants to know more, which is fair.
How many?
I have 12 big brothers.
For real?
Do you know all their names?
Yeah, they're my brothers. I'm living with 3 of them right now.
I'd like to meet them.
Right, they're all your brothers. Oh, fair play to her though. Nice.
You ever wonder what your life would be like if you never met your wife?
It's all right. It's an important question.
Nice. It's nice. It's big progress that Will backed off there as well. Like, he actually had some respect for Robin's feelings. That's progress, dude.
I don't regret a single day I spent with her.
Oh, he's such a sweetheart, isn't he?
When did you know, like, that she was the one for you?
October 21st, 1975.
Really?
Do you know the day?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Because it was Game 6 of the World Series.
Oh, okay. Will asking because he's curious about Minnie.
Did you rush the field?
No, I didn't rush the field. I wasn't there. I was in a bar having a drink with my future wife. I don't regret the 18 years I was married to Nancy.
Oh.
I don't regret the 6 years I had to give up counseling when she got sick. I don't regret the last years when she got really sick.
So heartbreaking. What a heartbreaking story. Beautiful story. Happy story, but heartbreaking too.
Would have been nice to catch that game, though.
No, Buzz is going to hit a home run.
The dialogue. The dialogue in this is so good, man.
I've got a little story for you.
I knew she'd fit in so good with him.
Old couple in bed, and Mary looks over and, I want to give you a little present. I would like you to give me a blowjob. And afterwards, Paddy's like, that's what I've been missing. Shattering thing. Is there anything that I can do for you?
Oh, God.
She goes, Give us a kiss.
See? She fits right in.
No, just a Perrier. It's French for club soda.
You wanted to talk about Will.
Have you talked to him at all about his future? Phone's been ringing off the hook with job offers.
Really?
Think tanks, the kind of place where a mind like Will's is given free rein.
I don't really think he's ready for that.
Hey, Stellan, you gotta listen to him.
I'm not sure you understand, Sean.
I don't think you understand, dude. Like, he's the therapist here. Come on, dude.
You ever heard of Jonas Salk?
Sure, cured polio.
How about Gerald Lambo?
No.
It was a 26-year-old Swiss patent clerk who changed the world.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, huh?
Giving that up just to get drunk with his buddies, we all would have lost something. Tim would never have heard him.
Pretty dramatic, Jerry.
It is dramatic, but also it goes back to what we were talking about before. Of like, yeah, how many people did go out for that drink, right? Who had that potential that could have been an Einstein or whatever else. And just life gets in the way, because it does. It does. It is, isn't it? It's a curious question. It's like, how many of those people are there? Have there been? And again, I think it's very prevalent in the film, because this is the second time it's kind of been brought up in a different way, but it's the same question.
He just hasn't got the direction, but we can give that to him.
And true, exactly. He's not had the direction. Again, it goes back to that nurturing that I was talking about before as well. He's right. But it's interesting as well how it's framing this argument and framing Will between these two guys. Right, because this is the thing. It's like Robin represents everything that's kind of good for him and his character, I suppose, and actually healing, I think, some of the trauma that he's had to, you know, deal with through his life. And it keeps getting him in these situations that are putting him in jail, or assuring that he keeps fighting all the time. Robin's putting him on the path of like, yeah, there's this girl, take a shot, you know, live, go and live, right? And it's that, isn't it? I guess there's a deeper nuance to this film, and it's represented by Robin and Stellan here. Because Stellan is obviously representing like, right, no, yeah, forget all that. He's got to be brilliant. He's got to be the next Einstein. And I think it's not a coincidence that my own brain was kind of put on the path of this question that I just talked about, of how many people have gone unnoticed because they chose that way or that way or that way. And I do think it comes back to this greater question of potential and what is the purpose of life. And I know that's deep, but I think the film's touching on that too. I think the nuances here are that deep. And it's like, yeah, sure, he could be the next Einstein, and that could be a grand benefit to people coming after us, right? Absolutely. But also, we are all human beings, and we all deserve to find our own happiness, whatever that is. If that is to forsake your potential, then you should be allowed to choose that too. I do feel like people would be like, oh, but that's selfish. I'm like, selfishness isn't a bad thing. It doesn't have to be a bad thing. I do think it's important for people to be selfish as well and to think for themselves and, you know, be happy. Me personally, this is absolutely my opinion, and people are going to agree, disagree, and that's fine. But like, I do feel like, you know, the best thing you can strive for in life is your own happiness. And it's like, if going on the path to realize your potential deviates from that, then you're well within your rights to forsake that potential and choose actually what makes you happy. And I'm absolutely sure there would be countless people who would be like, oh, what a shame, what wasted potential. But it's like, stop. And I don't know whether this film is actually going to highlight that as an issue or not, or whether it's just going to be something that I guess, you know, taken from it. But I do think that is an issue. I think people are pressured so often to live up to their potential. People are so pressured to have ambition. It's like, stop. You know, people don't have, it's okay if people don't. Some people just want to work their 9 to 5 and they want to go home and play video games, and that's what makes them happy. And I think a lot of people would be like, wow, what a sad life. But it's like, no, if people are happy doing that, let them be happy. I worked with a guy who was very inherently unhappy, and he was judged for the job that he did, but it made him happy. He was completely content working the job that he had and going out and doing his hobby in his spare time. And it made him, I think, deeply unhappy, even though the things that he was doing actually made him happy, right? But that societal pressure really got to him, and I'm sure it absolutely gets to a lot of people too. So it's, sorry, I've gone on a lot, but I do think it's a very prevalent thing in this film. I think the film is bringing it up. I don't know if it'll be something it brings to the forefront more obviously, or whether, again, it will just remain nuanced, but I think it's an important question.
Then he went on to Berkeley, was assistant professor, showed amazing potential.
Potential, that word again.
Yeah, so who was he?
Ted Kaczynski.
Who's that?
Never heard of him.
Hey, Timmy!
Damn. There we go. Exactly highlights what I was just saying as well. Potential doesn't necessarily mean anything. It can mean great things. It can mean terrible things as well, right? I think when you get to that part of the conversation, it's like, why does it matter? And then it's like the question of like, well, what does matter? And I do think it goes back to this thing that I brought up. Sorry, it's just basically me being like, I'm right, listen to me. But happiness, right? What makes you happy?
He can contribute to the world, and we can help him do that.
But you don't have to.
Manipulation's another.
Ooh. And with Robin. I don't think Stellan's necessarily thinking to harm him either, though. But I do think inadvertently he might, by pushing him.
Well, maybe he doesn't want what you want.
Uh-huh.
More to life than a Fields Medal.
Yeah.
Too important, Sean.
Is it to you?
Why don't we give him time to figure out what he wants?
Good.
The boy's in a meeting right now. I set up for him.
Damn, I guess that's the thing, isn't it? It's going to be, what does he choose?
Well, our offer is
Okay.
84.
Your situation would be concurrently improved. I had $200 in my...
Is he with Skylar? He is. I knew it. Yeah, interesting film. Interesting film.
It is actually important that I learn this.
And there we go too. I do feel like her inclusion is this is another lens through which to see that argument, right? The representations of those two things, right? You know, we've got Will here who is very much forsaking his potential by, you know, making the decision to come out and be with her. And it, you know, she, while on this date or whatever, is there trying to live up to her potential and is you know, feeling that societal pressure or the pressure from wherever to live up to that potential, to her potential, the thing that I think so often we're all taught, right? And so it's interesting how these two are representations of those two sides in this moment, in this scene as well.
It's really important. All right. To me.
To me, yeah. And this is the thing as well. Everything that I've said, by the way, if you do think it's important for yourself, that's absolutely fine. That's the only issue that I actually have with it is when other people try to instill that into somebody else. Do you know what I mean? And try and take that decision from somebody else. I think if you're deciding for yourself, then that's obviously okay, you know. But I think the insidiousness of it is when people, you know, force that on other people. And then it becomes a question of like, how far does that go? How much is Skylar deciding that for herself, and how much of that is society teaching her that, right? So it's like, it's difficult, but I think you've got to draw the line. They've got to work it out for themselves, right? Whether it's actually what they want or whether it's not.
Well, have you studied organic chemistry?
A little bit.
Oh, just for fun?
Yeah, I feel like she's going to bring up like, it's not that easy for all of the rest of us.
Nobody studies it for fun. It's not a necessity.
And that's the point in that line exactly. No one studies this for fun, and it's like, why not? Why don't you study stuff for fun? And I do feel like we've gotten more towards that nowadays, right? This was in 1997, so we're looking at like, you know, 20 going on 30 years, right? So yeah, things have changed a little bit. I also do think that this kind of stuff and the stuff that I'm talking about, potential, you know, choosing to, you know, live up to that or not live up to that, I do think that is still very much a prevalent thing in our society today. I do very much think though that question there is very interesting, because it's like, yeah, I think we do nowadays study things more for fun. Not all the time, you know, not all across the board, absolutely not. But yeah, again, it's that question in the film. It's asking, you know, it's like, come on, I don't do this for fun. I do this because I should do it. And it's like, why? Because you feel like you have to, because you've been taught that way, or what?
You do it so easily, I don't understand.
Do you play the piano?
Yeah, keep him on point.
I want to talk about this.
No, I'm trying to explain. You play the piano.
Yeah, but...
Okay.
Beethoven, okay? He looked at a piano, and it just made sense to him. Well, I mean, when it came to stuff like that, I could always just play.
And I suppose that's the question as well. It's like, I'm just talking generally, but like, he is very much an exception. You know, what he's got and what he's capable of is very much above the average person, I suppose, right? He's a bona fide genius. So it's like, does that still apply to him? I think it does. I think it's something that's having this conversation. Some people might level against me, and it's like, yeah, but he's not like the rest of us, and a mind like that only comes around every so often. I mean, again, my question would be, does it? Or do the others with those kinds of minds just go under the radar? You know, something that I've talked about in this video already. But I do think that still applies to people with these kinds of brains too. I think they still deserve happiness.
I have to tell you something.
Lick his face. Do it. Oh my gosh, you did. I mean, kind of like, it was a joke. It was a joke.
It's not fair.
What's not fair?
But it's so easy for him.
I've been here for 4 years.
Yeah.
And I've only just found you.
Oh, that's cute. That's way better than what I thought she was getting at.
I want you to come to California with me.
There it is. There's his choice right there. And Stellan's going to come in and be like, oh, this is more important than a girl. I'm very curious what he's going to choose and almost what conclusion this film is going to come down on.
That's a really serious thing you're saying. I mean,
It is.
you might find out something about me you don't like, and now I'm stuck in California. Someone doesn't really want to be with me.
It's a lot of thinking, my friend. How do you feel right now?
I can't go to California.
Look for one of these think tanks in California, man.
What are you so scared of?
Yeah, good question.
You live in this safe little world where no one challenges you and you're scared to do anything else.
Yeah, interesting as well. Again, Vince must have watched this. Sorry, from Breaking Bad and stuff. I shouldn't really talk about another show while I'm watching this film, but like, I do feel like there was heavy influences from this. Because like, Walter in that is very insular. He's very living in his own world. He needs to be the cleverest person in his own world. And he is, because he fabricates it that way, right? And that's a big motivation for him as well. And why he is where he is, teaching high school when he could be somewhere else, somewhere better, I guess, right? And that's his own slice of happiness in that. That's that question almost answered in that.
You're gonna marry some rich who your parents will approve of.
What is your obsession with this money?
Oh my God. And it's, oh, I'm 100% sure that Vince got so much from this, because this is Walt and Gretchen, right? That's where that plot point in Breaking Bad comes from. Sorry, because there's that story that Walter goes to Gretchen's place, and it's very heavily implied that he pulls away from Elliot and Gretchen later down the line in the show because he can't take their money, he can't take charity, or he can't take Gretchen coming from money, and he has a big problem with that. My goodness. Oh, has anyone else spotted this? It must be a thing. It must be a thing, right? Sorry, this is literally almost like you could like insert Walt and Gretchen into this film here, this scene, and it would make sense in that show just as a flashback, like, because he can't handle that.
Don't put your shit on me when you're the one that's afraid.
Exactly. And so was Walter. He was putting it on Gretchen. I'm so sorry. I'll stop talking about that show. I'm so sorry.
You know what? I'm afraid too. I want to give it a shot.
Exactly.
I'm not honest with you.
No, what about your 12 brothers?
You don't want to hear that I got cigarettes put out of me when I was a little kid.
I didn't know
That this isn't.
I want to help you.
She wants to be there for you, dude. But it's
I just want to
okay.
be with you because
Yeah, exactly.
I love you.
Oh, and she just wants to be there for you as a partner, man.
You say that you don't love me. Because if you say that,
Then she'll let you go. But he does.
then I won't call you.
Yeah, but he's going to say it as well.
I won't be in your life.
He's going to say it because he doesn't want to open up and he's too scared. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Defy my expectations.
I don't love you.
Oh, God. He does. Hey, don't read into it. Come on. Oh, of course she is. Yeah, exactly. Okay, good. No, she knows. Amazing. Perfect. Oh, and that's so much more painful for it too that she knows. And he's just, oh, Robin, work your magic, mate. Oh, work your magic, son. Come on. What a really well played scene from both of them though. Yeah, and he does. And of course he does. And I guess he's he's clever. Of course he is, right? He was aware of this. He was aware of this question because it's one of the first questions he asked Robin when he actually opened up. It was like, would you change it? You know, what would your life have been like if you hadn't, married your wife, right? And that's the question that he was asking himself. You know, it's like, what would my life be without her, and what would it be with her? And that scares me. God, that scares me. So, oh God, I need to know what it's like without. What do you think it'd be like with her? Do you know what I mean? That's where that question came from.
Most people never get to see how brilliant they can be.
Yeah, for real.
They don't find teachers who believe in them.
Yeah, they don't have that nurturing. Exactly. I do think Stellan isn't intending to harm. I think he genuinely thinks he's doing good for Will. I don't think he's a bad person. I don't think he's an insidious person. I don't think he's trying to harm him. But I do think he has given himself to this norm, this societal norm of like fulfilling your potential. And he's got, personal trauma there as well in his own mind, right? And I guess it's Will is almost this personification of his second chance to be someone, or at least the teacher of Einstein, right? I think there's some bitterness there too.
What happened at the McNeil meeting?
I had a date, so
Yeah.
I'll give you a job myself. I just wanted you to see what was out there.
maybe I don't want to spend the rest of my life sitting around explaining shit to people. A little appreciation. Do you know how easy this is for me?
Exactly, and we're seeing, he's like, this is easy for me, it's not stimulating. I don't think he enjoys it. But that line from Stellan of like, I think you should show me a little bit of appreciation, that's always what you hear, isn't it? It's always what you hear as a kid if you've got, the potential or whatever. It's like, thank me for giving you this opportunity. And it's like, I don't even enjoy it, and I think so many people don't. Again, it's that question, fulfilling your potential, if it goes against your happiness, is it really the right thing to do? Jeez, dude.
Most days I wish I never met you. I didn't have to walk around with the knowledge that there was someone like you out there.
That could just do it and surpass you so easily. Yeah.
I didn't have to watch you throw it all away.
Right. Man, I had a teacher like that. That's why I feel so strongly about this, because like when I was a kid, I was good at every single sport, and so sorry, I am talking myself up, but it was just true. And he said it himself. I took up every single sport and I was just instantly good at it, right? And the day that I told him that I was going to university to study English and creative writing instead of like something sport related, he lost all interest in me. And like I could see the disappointment in his eyes. And like, it just made me sad because I idolized him for a long time as well, right? Like, it's so damaging. It's so damaging. This idea of people thinking they know better than you what would make you happy in life, right? It's really damaging, really, really damaging. Because that affected me for a long time. I still think about that. Even though I'm over it, sometimes I still dream about that Do you know what I mean? I've, you know, processed that, and I made and that's the thing, but that's the thing. I made the decision for myself, right? I don't think a lot of people do, and I don't blame them for that. You know, I think there's a lot of pressure. And for a long time, I did some of the things, you know, that I didn't enjoy because I gave into that pressure and it was easier in a way. But like I say, it was very affecting for me. So like, even though I'm over it, I still think about it occasionally. I think the nuance of this film is very defining for a lot of people. Like I say, ultimately, I think quite damaging to a lot too.
If you're watching porn in my mom's room again, I'm gonna give you a f***ing beat.
What's that, Phils?
Well, he absolutely was.
Come on, not in my glove.
I didn't use the glove.
My God.
I just used it for cleanup.
My goodness, sir.
Stop off my mother's room.
Dear Lord.
Why shouldn't I work for the NSA?
You shouldn't have asked him that, dude, because he will answer.
I'll take a shot.
A few shots, I feel.
Somebody puts a code on my desk, so maybe I break it. Maybe that code was the location of some rebel army in North Africa. East, and once they have that location, they bomb the village where the rebels are hiding.
Exactly.
People that I never met, never had no problem with, get killed. It'd be some kid from Southie over there taking shrapnel. The plant he used to work at got exported to the country he just got back from, and the guy who put the shrapnel in his ass got his old job because he'll work for 15 cents a day and no bathroom breaks.
Damn, call him out.
I could be elected president.
You feel like you're alone, Will?
I think he probably does, yeah. Oh, this film's good, man.
I got plenty.
Well, name them.
Shakespeare, Nietzsche, Frost.
That's great. They're all dead.
Yeah.
You'll never have that kind of relationship in a world where you're always afraid to take the first step.
Yeah.
You can do anything you want. You are bound
Yeah,
by
legitimately.
nothing.
He can do anything he wants, man.
What are you passionate about? What do you want?
Exactly. This is important. It's so important to sit people down and be like, what do you actually want to do? Right? Especially for someone like him who literally probably can. It's so important to ask that question. Everybody should be asked that question as a kid. And then again, when they get a bit older, and then they should ask themselves that question. You know, if you're watching this and you're not happy, ask yourself that question. What do you actually want? Oh, that, okay. It's unattainable. Why? Oh, okay, because of that, and that. Cool, well, work at it. Work at all those things, right? If those are the things getting in your way, look at the answer for getting them out of your way. Or don't. I don't rule your life. But like, if you're striving for happiness, that's the question you've got to ask.
I didn't ask for this.
No. You were born
Exactly.
with it, so don't cop out behind. I didn't ask for this.
What's wrong with land brick?
Nothing.
So that's somebody's home I'm building.
Right. My dad laid brick.
Exactly. That's an honorable profession. What's wrong with...
Yeah, it's not his point.
There's honor in that.
Yeah, there is. Well, there is honor in that. And
No, I love that. No, sorry. Yeah. And this conversation right here, not that I thought the film itself wasn't aware of it, but this conversation and what he just said there and everything that Will's saying absolutely shows that everything that I'm talking about is absolutely supposed to be the focus of the film. That's what the film's about. It's like I was talking about before, my friend who, you know, worked a certain job, and you get that. You get certain jobs that people look down on, but it's like, well, if that job actually makes that person happy, what's wrong with that? They're giving value to society. You know, you look at bin men who are so valuable to society, and they're looked down on to a lot of people. You know, service workers looked down on by a lot of people, and it's like without them you wouldn't have this and this and this, and you know, they're supplying so much to society. They're valuable too. They're human too. They're not below you. And it's so it's like everything that he's saying, it's like, yeah, there's value in every choice that you make. A decision doesn't gain less value just because you're choosing that as opposed to the other thing, which is societally better or more valuable, right? Because it's not. It's in reality, it's not more valuable. Choose what makes you happy. Sorry, I'll stop going on about it, but
there's honor in, you know, taking that 40-minute train ride and the floors are clean and the wastebaskets are empty. That's real work.
That's right.
Sure, that's why you took that job. I mean, for the honor of it. You could be a janitor anywhere. Why did you work at the most prestigious technical college in the whole world? Did you sneak around at night and finish other people's formulas?
Part of him wants to be seen.
Look at you burnout.
Here we go. We're getting back to Robin.
What do you want to do? But I ask you a very simple question, and you can't give me a straight answer.
Maybe he doesn't know.
Because you don't know.
Yeah. You have all that option in front of you. It's like, I don't know what to choose.
I'm not gonna be just a construction worker.
I never really cared about that.
Exactly. She liked you for you, dude.
I love you.
Oh.
Take care.
Oh, buddy. I feel like for me, the better ending, the ending that I would be happy with would be if he actually does go to California with her and, you know, seeks happiness. Because I do feel like that's the choice that, you know, artistically would be the more powerful. Because I think, you know, everything that I'm talking about, and I don't think what I'm talking about is necessarily popular. I do think the majority of people think the opposite. I think the majority of people, that's why we have a societal norm in it, right? Think that you should rise to your potential, that you should have ambition, that you should, you know, go for the highest job that you can, earn the most money you can, and that happiness is a secondary. I do think that's the mainstream. I absolutely do. So I do feel like the artistic choice to go against the grain, go against the mold for this film would be for him to forsake that and actually, you know, choose his happiness. I think that would be really revolutionary. So we'll see. We'll see. It would also just make me happy.
So how's your lady? Ah, she's gone. Well, that sucks.
Hello, Ben. Are you going to supply a little bit of insight here?
Sit in a room and do long division for the next 50 years. Probably make some nice bank, though.
Exactly.
Be a lab rat. Better than this.
Yeah, so funny how they're encapsulating everything that I'm talking about in this debate back and forth in just this one conversation.
I want a way out of here for. I mean, I'm gonna live here the rest of my life.
Yeah, he just wants a simple life, doesn't he? And it's like, this is the thing though, I don't think he does. I think he wants to want a simple life, but I think, you know, it's like what Robin said, it's like going, you know, you want to be a janitor, fine, but yeah, you went to the most prestigious college for its field, right? And you were solving stuff on whiteboards, stuff on chalkboards, right? That speaks to me as someone wanting to be seen for who they are and you know, given the accolade for their mind, their brain, and what they can do as well. I think Will as a person, he does want to be that person. He does want to embrace it, but I think he also doesn't. I think he doesn't want to leave his safety net behind, and I think it, you know, speaks back to his trauma. He's found his safe place. You know, when you compare it against the childhood that he had and the fear and the absolute opposite of safety that he had there, it's like that's absolutely something that a person like Will would cover. So I get that. But yeah, I think at this point he really wants to want a normal life, but I don't think he does.
20 years, if you're still living here, I'll kill you. Why is it always this? I mean, I owe it to myself to do this or that. What if I don't want to? No. You don't owe it to yourself.
Okay, good. Tell me.
You owe it to me.
Okay.
Because tomorrow I'm gonna wake up and I'll be 50, and I'll still be doing this.
You ain't got a choice.
And you're sitting on a winning lottery ticket. Because I'd do anything to have what you got. It'd be an insult to us if you're still here in 20 years. Hanging around here is a waste of your time. You know what the best part of my day is? Is I think maybe I'll get up there and I'll knock on the door and you won't be there.
Oh. He just wants the best for him, right?
Better off hanging out with a bunch of gorillas? Oh, why do you think he does that, Jerry?
Yeah, his childhood. It's his place of safety.
Why doesn't he trust anybody? Because the first thing that happened to him, he was abandoned by the people who were supposed to love him the most.
The people that he trusted the most, and they broke that.
He pushes people away before they have a chance to leave him. It's a defense mechanism, all right?
Exactly.
For 20 years, he's been alone because of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't infect him with the idea that it's okay to quit, that it's okay to be a failure.
It's not about quitting. It's not about being a failure. It's about nurturing yourself and being there for yourself, right? And looking after yourself. Oh, Jesus, Stellan.
If you're angry at me for being successful...
I'm not angry at you, Jerry.
I pity you.
That's why I don't come to the goddamn reunions. That condescending, embarrassed look. You think I'm a failure.
Yeah, exactly. And they're two, again, Stellan and Robin are these two representations of these choices, right? Stellan picked that decision to go into academia and, you know, rise as high as he could. Robin chose the woman of his dreams. And I know that Robin's going through this place in life now that's not great because he's lost her. But like that conversation before showed us, he doesn't regret 1 minute of that. And he had the most happiness that he could possibly have, something he'll never regret and doesn't regret. And it's like, so you ask yourself the question, who was happier for that decision? I would say Robin. And I think that's the point. But Stellan looks down at him condescendingly for it. And I think, honestly, from Robin's point of view, and I don't know if he'll say it, but I think there's a level of pity there because he never made that decision. And I don't think Stellan's truly been happy because of that as well. He said it himself in regard to Will in that conversation with Will. He was like, yeah, I wish I'd never met you because I would have actually been able to sleep at night. And it's like, right, you're not happy, dude. You're not happy.
I know who I am, and I'm proud of what I do. It was a conscious choice.
Exactly.
I didn't f*** up.
Yeah.
It's about my medal, is it? Oh, God. I shoved the medal up your f***ing ass, all right?
It's not about the medal.
So don't blame me for how your life turned out. It's not my fault.
I don't blame you.
He doesn't.
It's not about you, you mathematical...
Exactly.
I won't see you make him feel like a failure, too.
He won't be a failure, Sean.
But if you push him, Jerry, if you ride him...
I am what I am today.
God, this is beautiful, man, this scene.
I can come back.
The two representations of everything that I'm talking about. Right here in Stellan and Robin. Right here. And that's that argument, that same argument I've been arguing this whole film. Oh, it's so beautiful how it's personified in these two. And how it is, it's angry and passionate. Because it is.
Not about you.
It is about him, though. I know it's not, but it applies to him.
Have you had any experience with that? I mean, have you had any experience with that?
Personally, yeah, I have. My father was an alcoholic. I'd provoke him so he wouldn't go after my mother and little brother. Interesting nights were when he wore his rings.
Dear Lord.
Hey, Will, I don't know a lot. You see this? This is not your fault.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I know that. Look at me, son. It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
Oh, because he knows, but I don't think he feels it. He still...
No, you don't. It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
Oh, buddy. You can say that to a person. That's why it's repeating it. You can say that to a person and he'd never believe it, not truly. Oh.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. And like Robin was saying it because he knows, and he knows that he blames himself too, right? Been through the same exact thing. It's why Will's like, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, for real. See, this is what everyone needs. A hug and an ear and someone being like, I care about your happiness. The rest of it doesn't matter. Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm Will Hunting. I'm here about a position.
Nice. Is he in California? Painting.
I was over at McNeil.
Oh, okay.
Is that what you want?
Yeah, you know, I think so.
Good for you.
So we're done. Just want you to know, Sean.
You're welcome, Will.
Sean. It only took me the whole movie. We got there.
Just gonna put my money back on the table and see what kind of cards I get.
Nice. Hey, we got there too.
You do what's in your heart, son, you'll be fine. Thank you, Will.
Yeah, what a great film. Do what's in your heart.
Good luck, son.
Yeah, for real, dude. Good luck. Oh, I hope he does well.
It's the ugliest car I ever seen in my life.
Happy 21, Will.
That's sweet.
I heard you're taking some time. Travel a little bit.
Maybe right.
Nice. I'm glad you're happy, dude. Oh, hello. Is he sacking it all off to go to California? Oh, because, yeah, Ben's character was always like, oh, I wish one day I knock on your door and you're not there. He's gone to California. Oh, he's going to have a little smile to himself. Yeah.
If the professor calls about that job, just tell him sorry.
Yeah. I told you. Yes, man. Good.
Stole my line.
Good. Oh, there it is. Hey, I did say, didn't I? I'd be happy if the film ended on him going to California and making that decision. Hey, great ending to a great film, honestly. And by the way, like powerhouse performances from everyone involved, pretty much. You know, like really, really good performances. Great dialogue. You know, I've drawn attention to it a couple times and just genuinely all the way through, honestly. I've harped on a lot about the themes and the nuances and that question that I keep bringing up. So I won't rehash that or go over that any more than I already have. I think, you know, I mean, it's a huge conversation. I could sit down and talk about it for hours, you know, and I've talked it to death for however long video, whatever this is going to be already. Yeah, but hugely nuanced, you know. If I've said anything that doesn't account for any of your personal experiences, that's not on purpose. It's just I can't, you know, see it from everybody's point of view. I see it from my own and obviously in a general sense, but that's what I think. That's my opinion. But yeah, interesting how I do feel like Vince Gilligan and Breaking Bad. Sorry, Breaking Bad is such a huge presence on my channel. I've just finished it, essentially. I'm on to Better Call Saul now. No spoilers, behave yourselves. So that's why I bring it up in El Camino as well. And there's so many things in this that I see in that and almost must have been taken from it as well. Maybe, who knows? Maybe it's just a huge coincidence. But yeah, honestly, I like this film a lot more than I genuinely thought I would. So there you have it. I have been educated. Good Will Hunting. I can tick that off the list. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you as always to my beautiful patrons for supporting me in the way that they do, in the way that you do. Thank you so much. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, dude, scroll down, give it a subscribe. Why not? Hey, and I will get you way more content like this delivered right to you. So yeah, thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you very, very soon.